together. Hey Aquarius, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season, darling. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon's getting everything first. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Over there, we clarify every card and go deep. I'm starting a cult. You like that shit. Come on over. Patreon.com/JustJEverything for free shit. Check out my content over at Instagram at JustJ_everything and for TikTok at JustJEverything. And then for other dope shit that I do, get you a customized spirit soak, get you some body scrubs, some bath soaks, and all the goodies over at JustJEverything.com. And to DM, to book a session with me, feel free to DM me or book on my website. All the links are below. All the links are below in the description box. I stumbled through that. Goodness gracious. Talking shit about y'all getting your shit together. Hello. Hydrate. His water is chock full of vitamin C and whoo! It's tangy. And like I said, light it if you got it. I just was shuffling and the sun was at the bottom of the deck. Your opposite, Leo. So how was your shadow season? A lot revealed, eh? When I lean into your energy, Aquarius, it felt like just getting shit done. I feel like you got the memo early. You guys are doing something or evolving at a pace that feels like finally. It feels healthy. It feels good. Oh, it's the highest we can go. So I just want to dive in. Like I said, light it if you got it. Chill out. Take some time with me while I create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors. Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2023. I just got hot. This is a winter robe. It's got all the peace signs on it. And I know, I'm sorry I be playing with y'all with this robe all the time. I know that y'all have fashion sense, but there's something very Aquarius about this robe to me that it's just kind of like my go-to when I don't feel like getting dressed. So there could be something like, are you lacking energy? Nope. There's going to be an influx of energy. First card out to be clarified on the Selenite throne is the Eight of Wands. And so how do you deal with opposition? How do you deal with a faster pace? How do you deal with urgency? There may be somebody with Aries, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements coming in and really applying pressure. Or there is just like the fruit of your labor is finally coming in. Things are starting to bloom and blossom. The seeds that you planted are germinating. But there also could be opposition to that. Opposition from family, opposition from this Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I do feel like there is a brand new cycle that's being initiated in regards to your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy, Aquarius. And there is this like influx. Things are moving forward. Actions are being taken. What is this Eight of Wands bringing in? Also, Eight of Wands is the only card that really speaks about just time. And so I feel like time is speeding up. You're getting off some sort of time loop. You're preparing, like the divine's preparing you to receive Pluto, which is why Saturn is retrograde. Your other ruling planet, Uranus, is getting ready to retrograde this season. Be sure to check out the Virgo season astrology video, y'all. That has all the intricate astrological transit dates that you need to pay attention to for Virgo season. And this is a heavy hitter. So both of your ruling planets are getting ready to be retrograde. Saturn retrograde in Pisces, Uranus retrograde in Taurus. So it's time to reevaluate your beliefs, your spiritual practices, your values, and your financial aptitude. Like there's something about like enhancing your financial aptitude or upheaval in money, upheaval in possessions. I feel like you're responding to change differently. The way that you respond to opposition, the way that you respond to a different pace with that Eight of Wands coming out. I feel like that has a lot to do with your ability to analyze, or that's what your Virgo season is something with like, how do you move? Ooh. How do you move? How do you operate? How do you adapt? For some of you, there's a mentor coming. For some of you, there's a commitment, someone that you want to marry, someone that you want to love. For some of you, it's like aha moments. Some of you are moving towards advocacy. Some of you are moving towards, like, also interesting enough, like some of you like becoming a monk or becoming like celibate, diving deeper into the legal system. Maybe somebody who is a lawyer or a judge or someone with multiple streams of income. I feel like you are going to have to learn how to juggle. You're learning how to like manage your time more efficiently, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And the Hierophant is like, hey, there's this influx of energy. Are you going to use it to get to the next level? Because I feel like the door is opening for you. There is some sort of next level that is presenting itself to you. Some of you are going back to school. Some of you are studying something new. Some of you are taking classes. Some of you, there's someone that's very masterful coming in. Someone that's a teacher. Someone that I also is like a spiritual teacher. Some of you are becoming more spiritual. Some of you are like you find someone that you really believe in, or find someone that helps you resolve conflict in your life. I also feel like there's something about like your values, the pillars of your character, the pillars that your life are, is like the foundational pillars of your life. Do you like what do you value? Uranus retrograde in Taurus. I feel like it's really going to change things. It's really going to have you changing your mind. It's really going to have you changing the way that you communicate. I just feel like the hierarchy of like your values is really changing in some sort of way. I know y'all like when I shuffle. Seven of Swords at the center of the reading. There's a breakthrough. Virgo season isn't going easy on anybody. No one has gotten a light and fluffy reading. Virgo got it the worst, which is very Virgoan. But center of the reading being the Seven of Swords, okay. Some of you want to cheat on your spouse. Some of you have already done it. Some of you get caught for doing it. Some of you, it was done to you. Some of you, you just discovered that your partner has done something. Some of you are like cheating in school, or you find out your kid is cheating, possibly. Someone's lying about the addiction, or lying about rehab, or lying about recovery. I feel like you may be lying to yourself about recovery. There could be something that I feel like, with Temperance on the bottom of the deck, I feel like point blank period, something upsetting has happened, or something upsetting happens in Virgo season, and it's gonna, you may be feeling taken advantage of. You may be feeling very indecisive. You may be feeling very indecisive because you have witnessed someone's shady behavior. This may be in the workplace. This may be in regards to somebody with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Taurus placements. This may be in regard, like also someone that you like admire may be falling from grace in some sort of way. Damn, Virgo, it's like Virgo has given us this microscopic lens. It's like there's this you know, remember like the glasses you could flip up? I feel like there's like a microscopic monocle that you're getting, a microscopic lens, like you're being able to see things on a molecular level, being able to see things so up close. This is the preparation for Pluto. That microscopic monocle that I was talking about. Because Pluto rules Scorpio, and that one of their gifts is X-ray vision. They can see through. There's like a transparency. They can see through bullshit. And, oh, as I said that, yes, you're being prepared for Scorpio. The rest of this year, I feel like, and most of 2024 is you being prepared to receive Pluto for the next 20 years of your life. Pluto's going to be there until 2043. And I just feel like y'all stay being hard-headed with the I'm cerebral, I know everything shit. And there's some sort of way where I feel like your betrayals are turning into breakthroughs, where you are really starting to understand that you know so little and you're so open to receiving wisdom, knowledge, and information from the divine. I feel like also just knowledge in general. I just feel like you're hungry for knowledge, hungry for information. Some of you are in a place where you're having to unlearn dogma. Maybe some of you are leaving a church, leaving a group, leaving a job, leaving a marriage, and you're having to disconnect from like the dogma or the programming that, or so maybe someone tried to control you or brainwash you, especially if they had Taurus placements. There could be something about like breaking free from the brainwashing, breaking free from the control. I also feel like someone was like watching you or watching your every move, or like you're feeling like you're under a microscope in some sort of way. And I just feel like there is a breakthrough in regards to that. Final two cards, final two messages. This is a nice balance of elements so far. So fire, earth, and air out so far. One major arcana. So I feel like early on in Virgo season, there is this like rerouting in regards to knowledge, wisdom, doing the right thing. Are you governed by your moral compass? Are there other people telling you what to do? Are you trying to like adhere to the rules? Are you trying to, because that's not your strong suit, Aquarius. You are like the rebel of the zodiac. And so there could be just something where like you're finally breaking free from something that was restricting. Final two cards, final two messages, please, for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Virgo season 2023. Wow. The Empress reverse and the Five of Wands reverse. There is some definitely, and then the Nine of Cups. You end up happy. Some of you need to get out of a marriage, or some of you are needing to get out of this long-term relationship, or someone like you thought you were going to marry this person, or maybe you did marry this person, or you or maybe some of you may have been staying for the kids. This is crazy. I just need to get this out. Some of you are staying with somebody for a kid and the person loses the kid, or there's a miscarriage, or deciding not to carry the pregnancy to term, and there is some sort of like conflict around the truth around this. This feels real ghetto. This feels real trifling for some reason. I feel like somebody lied about being pregnant, or somebody, that's not for everybody, but somebody either like lied about being pregnant, or they miscarried, and like whoever, and like someone's not taking care of the other person. I just feel like there's all this stuff about keeping up with the Joneses, really trying, or someone that really cares about like the optics, that cares about the way that things look. This may involve somebody with Taurus, Libra, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. This may involve someone's mother. Someone's mother may get involved, especially if this is a marriage. I feel like this person with Taurus placements wants to fuck around, or you want to fuck around on this person with Taurus placements. This is crazy. I just said y'all were getting your shit together, Aquarius. What the fuck? Okay, but what this does look like is that it's a purge. It looks like a purging, and it looks like drama perpetrators, snakes in the grass, are being revealed, so you cannot be a groupie, keep it moving, so that you can like, it's like the pimples gotta pop. And I feel like there is some sort of like drama or chaotic behaviors that are being revealed, examined, so that you can uproot them out of you. 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and then underneath that is the Magician. I feel like there is some sort of, in Virgo season, you will be, this is Mercury, and Mercury is retrograding, you will be forced to do some emotional inventory, aka looking back in the past. This is going to be, you're gaining new access to your emotions, Aquarius. The way that everybody talks about how y'all are all cold and sterile and wintry, nope, not the next 20 years. You're about to have profound access to your feelings, to your heart, profound access to intensity. And there is this like compassion and this transformation that's coming in. And I feel like you're really discovering who you are. You're really starting to understand, like, I want to do what I want to do. I feel like you're starting to rebel. I feel like you're starting, it's very like, I did it my way. I want to do it my way. Some of you, you don't care whose feelings this hurts. Jesus, I need to grab the pipe. What is happening? We're at 16 minutes. I gotta recharge. Aquarius, y'all always got some shit going on. It's like there's always either like fucking pure chaos and electricity and like just what the fuck going on, or like y'all are fucking monk-like perfect angels. It's really fucking weird. I fuck with it. I'm here for the chaos. Speaking of. Light it if you got it. I'm here for it, like I said. But there's something about combining different elements. It's funny, I just grabbed a plant and then a stone. This for like reviving, and then this for grounding, this for like lifting me up, and this is Mexican oregano. I love it. It's so fuzzy and pretty. I have it all over my house. And then my bestie got me. This is Merlinite for enhancing my psychic abilities. Aquarius. Leo season, I feel like, sparked a fire. This yellow here at the bottom of the deck, you've been ignited in some sort of way. Ignited to move forward, ignited to move past fear. 7 of Swords at the center of the reading is like, hey, Virgo season is going to have you analyzing what keeps you stagnant. It's going to have you analyzing some of the betrayals, the losses, the like final purge of old pain. I feel like there's something that's kept you from really taking care of yourself. I feel like some of you have been dabbling in really self-sabotagey behaviors. And there's something about like finally acknowledging the ways that you take away from yourself, or the ways that you cut yourself down, or the ways that you cut yourself short. I feel like for some of you, there is someone around that you thought was going to be like your husband, your wife, your mate, your partner, and things like do not go as planned. This may be cheating, infidelity. I feel like also maybe somebody is bored sexually. Someone's bored and they miss the streets. I don't know. Some of y'all miss the streets. Some of y'all miss being single. Some of y'all miss being out here. And I'm telling, like, all right, fuck around and find out. But there is just some sort of like ending of the drama. I also feel like some of you, it's like this, if it's needed to get really like get your mind wrapped around like that the pain has come in and to be a catalyst. That's a big thing in Virgo season, is like there is a catalyst. I feel like there's catalytic energy that's coming in, or catalytic events that are really going to propel you forward, and they may be really uncomfortable, and it may have something to do with your mother, or have to do with this Taurus or Libra. It may have to do with your money. It's crazy how much how much the Uranus retrograde in Taurus is represented here. There is a lot of Taurus energy coming out. We start with fire, 8 of Wands, end with fire, 5 of Wands reversed. So I do feel like whatever opposition you're experiencing, it dissipates, it ends. You did that shit, you handle it. But there could be like drama with an ex-mother-in-law, an ex-wife. There could also be like just drama around like work. Some of you want to leave this job, or you want to quit, or you want to make money a different way. Your purpose, I feel like, is starting to call towards you, is starting to tug at you. And a lot of you are scared because you're making a lot of money, but you realize now this thing that you're doing is not for you. Why am I so hot? And I didn't want to reveal that I was wearing the same thing from the Capricorn reading. But y'all are too smart. You probably already peeped that lace. But whew, it's hot. It's getting hot in here. And I'm not taking all my clothes off. But there is something here about adjusting. That's what I'm saying. Being adaptive. Adjusting. It's like, are you going to stay in the hot thing? Are you going to stay in the hot seat? Are you going to stay in the kitchen if you can't handle the heat? If you don't want to handle the heat, are you tired of handling the heat? 2 major arcana out. So I feel like in the beginning, like all throughout, there is like this kind of roller coaster for Virgo season. And it's funny because everybody's getting this. And it's interesting, like Virgo season readings have not gone soft or easy on anybody thus far. And with the 8 of Wands the 8 of Wands coming in first, I just feel like there is something here about an influx of information, an influx of wisdom or insight. There is something diving deeper into what you believe in. That makes sense. Pisces retrograde, Saturn retrograde in Pisces. Pisces is the sign of I believe. There is some sort of a breakthrough, or you're breaking away from like the values that you used to have, or the values of your parents, or the values of your in-laws. Some of you are like finally stepping up to people or standing up to people. I feel like some of you are breaking away from how you, like your old self-care habits or old self-care routines, breaking away, breaking out of, or resolving some issues surrounding your self-worth. I feel like you're starting to see that your standards were here and we need them up here. And once you do that, once you realize that, there's going to be all this drama that leaves and all this anxiety and internal conflict that all of a sudden dissipates once you start to be honest with yourself. Once you start to be really clear about like, hey, I'm not taking care of myself, or hey, I'm over this person, or hey, I'm over this job. I feel like there is a harvest coming in. And for some of you, okay, I love my job. Okay, I've been saying this, but Jupiter is retrograding here as well. And Jupiter retrograde in Taurus, I feel like for some of you, is gonna bring in this like big abundance. There is some sort of like big prosperity or big like unexpected abundance that comes in, and you're not prepared for this, or like you're not prepared for this harvest, or you didn't prepare for something, or there is something that's overwhelming and it comes in and you weren't prepared for it. But I do feel like some of you asked for this, like you asked for the truth, or you asked for knowledge, you asked for this prosperity, or you asked for this alone time in some sort of way. Some of you, it's interesting, it just made me think about this TikTok that's sitting in my drafts, where it's just like, some of us have to like, you have to be careful of like the repetitive shit that you say subconsciously. Like for me, I used to always just say, like, I don't want to be fucking bothered. Like, just leave me alone. I just don't. And now it's like wild how much alone time I have, how unbothered I am, or you know what I mean? There's just certain things like that you don't want to say. I remember for years, there was a while my mom was always saying, you're about to piss me off, or you don't want to piss me off. And so she was just like constantly on like the verge of being pissed off, constantly on the verge of like agitation. And I feel like some of you are understanding like your mother in a different way, or there could be just like a need to really break away from old habits, old vices even. I feel like some of you are not making great financial decisions. And there's this like wake up. I don't know why I just got an image of a mistletoe, but then it dropped. So I feel like there is something here, like you wanted to kiss this person, or you wanted to be with this person, or you wanted to be with somebody, or you had this fantasy, or you have a fantasy and it hasn't come in yet. And it has something to do with like your self-worth. Like, why are you waiting for romance to be experienced with somebody else? Give it to yourself. Experience it with yourself. I feel like the divine's not playing with us anymore when it comes to like you're going on this spiritual journey. You gonna get all this truth, especially if you're fucking with me. And if I'm getting it, you're getting it. You know what I mean? I know that. It's not like you're in like I'm just out here like vibing constantly. I vibe a lot, yeah, but like I also am in this every day. And so I have to, it's funny because I have the opposite thing where I'm always like telling everybody to like get deeper in the spirit. My ass has to struggle to get out of the ether and into like 3D day-to-day like real life being an adult. And sometimes it's hard. But I feel like there's so much that you're gonna be learning about yourself and about your likes, about your dislikes, what you want to commit to, how far you've come. I feel like there's some stuff happening that you're really, really proud of. I feel like don't be afraid of anything that looks like a failure, or you're telling yourself is a failure. No, this is just data that's coming in, information for you to collect, for you to analyze, for you to process and integrate. You accomplish something. There is some, 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. So there is this kind of like emotional fulfillment that comes in. And I feel like it comes by way of like autonomy. Aquarius, I feel like there's a significant amount of alone time this season. And that alone time, that's significant, or the increase of alone time may be because like you're just not feeling like you fit in, or you're feeling like there's people that are jealous of you, or there's issues with just like drama, or like not vibing with the people that are around you. There also could be a lot of fighting in your household, or there could be someone that's like maybe that you live with or that you care about that's like breaking up or arguing a lot, or getting a divorce, or there could be something about having to like go take care of someone that you care about. I can't stop looking at these last 3 cards. I feel like the end of Virgo season is chaotic for you guys if you don't learn how to go with the flow. If you don't properly like, because I feel like there's this influx or this boost of energy that comes in, and you're being asked to dive deeper into your spiritual practices, to unpack religion, figure out if there is like a group, or like you're getting new friends, there's new friends, new connections. Like the company you're keeping is improving or changing, and some of you are trying to hold on to the old for dear life, and you holding on to the old ends up cutting you. Look at how you're holding those swords. It's just like you're bound to cut yourself, staying, holding on, and like fighting, and like disrespecting yourself to fight, to hold on to these things, or disrespecting other people. Especially if you have like Leo placements, Aquarius, I just feel like there's a lot of like heavy, dark shit going on. And you're like being brought down to reality, Aquarius. There is something here about an influx of like some sort of a reality check. And I feel like some of you, it's like you think that you were wronged in some sort of way, but I just feel like, is this injustice really an injustice? Are you perpetuating the chaos? Are you putting your hand to something consistently? Especially if it's like in regards to family shit. This feels like It's time to disconnect from like really icky family shit. Take a step back or take a break or establish healthier boundaries so that you can stop hurting yourself over this or over them. Some of you have like a really toxic mom. Some of you have a really toxic mom, a really toxic dad, a really toxic caretaker, and you need to get the fuck away. Or create some like healthier boundaries. And I also feel like when I think it's easy for you guys to do this, but it's just like, it may be harder when it comes to like your parents or your spouse or somebody that you really, really care about. But if you notice that somebody's being like toxic or chaotic or like they're contributing to the problem, you need to say something. And vice versa. I say a lot to you, but flip it. There is something here of like you're being the problem. If you notice that you're the fucking problem, I hope that you have enough self-awareness and self-compassion and wisdom to be able to check yourself too. Because the sooner that you do the emotional inventory, the more that the sooner you can harness your magic, the sooner that you can like get on with the get on. And like really start to create the life that you want to have. And then you get to initiate that. And I feel like you are divinely supported to do so. You're divinely supported to be independent and autonomous and sovereign, especially if you're in a relationship. If you're in a marriage and there's like something toxic or abusive or something happening, I feel like leave. It's done. And at some point, if you don't leave and you keep tolerating, when do you acknowledge that you're a part of the toxicity? And I just feel like, I can hear some people making excuses right now. Some people getting really offended about that fact that I just said that right now. Good, be offended. I hope that triggered something. I hope that like poked. Why is it okay for you to keep yourself in unsafe situations? There are people, go watch What's Love Got to Do with It. There's something like, when you are done, you will sleep on a under a mailbox, or you will sleep in a fucking train station to get you and yours to safety. Don't play me with it, because the thing is, it's like some of you, it's like you stay in toxic relationships or stay in toxic situations because you're fucking comfortable, because that person keeps you comfortable, or you won't break free because you keep somebody comfortable, and if you broke away, there'd be all this guilt and blah blah blah, and you just don't want to deal with it. It's like there's some of you are really avoiding like the hard thing just because you think it's hard. And I don't mean to be like all, yeah, I do. I love you. And when people love you, they challenge you. And every one of these cards needs to be clarified. So I'll see you over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Because, baby, the self-worth needs to shift. The confidence needs to shift, because then the money and everything else starts to shift. But you think you know, and the Divine's about to show you you have no idea, and that there are new aspects that need your attention, focus, and analyzation. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.